All right, let's talk about ChatGPT. You know, that tool that so many of us use, but let's be honest, we're barely scratching the surface of what it can do. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to turn it from a simple little helper into a powerhouse for getting things done.
So, let's kick things off with an idea. Most of us have this incredible piece of technology right at our fingertips, but we're not really using it. It's kind of like having a brand new Ferrari parked in your garage that you've never actually taken out for a real drive.
And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? I mean, you've got this unbelievable engine capable of so much, but if all you're doing is asking it, what's the capital of Spain or write a haiku about my dog, you're basically just taking that Ferrari down the block to pick up some milk.
So you got to ask yourself, really think about it. How are you using these AI tools? Are you really pushing the limits, or are you just kind of stuck in first gear? Let's talk about what happens when you finally decide to open it up on the highway.
But you know what? Before we get to the cool stuff, let's talk about the problems. Let's get real about those little frustrations, those daily digital headaches that just suck up our time and energy. These are the exact things that our Ferrari is built to solve.
Oh man, you know this feeling. A flash of genius hits you in the morning, a new business idea, the perfect solution to a problem. But then, an email comes in, your phone buzzes, and by the time you finally have a quiet moment, poof, it's just gone.
Or how about this one? You're staring at this massive spreadsheet. You know there's a formula that will do exactly what you need it to do, but what was the syntax again? So you find yourself endlessly scrolling through Google, just lost in a sea of help articles.
The blank page. The cursor just sits there, blinking. You've got to write a blog post or a critical email, but the words just aren't coming. And you've got that voice in the back of your head saying, this just doesn't sound like me.
And then there's this classic. Your boss drops a data file on you and says, hey, what was the trend last quarter? You open it, and it's just this giant wall of numbers. Your eyes glaze over. Trying to find the story in all that data, it feels absolutely impossible. Okay, enough with the headaches. Let's get to the good stuff, the solutions. The next few hacks we're going to cover are seriously clever, but they're also super simple. Think of these as your personal productivity power-ups.
First up, let's solve that problem of losing your best ideas. Forget paying for those fancy note-taking apps. This is the AHAN hack. It stands for Always Have a Notebook. You just tell ChatGPT, you are now my AHA notebook. Save everything I tell you with a date and title. And that's it. Days later, you can just ask it, hey, what were my last 5 ideas? And bam, there they are. So simple, so effective.
Now what about that writer's block? Yeah, forget paying for those writing assistants that make everything sound so generic and robotic. This is called persona cloning. You literally feed ChatGPT stuff you've already written, emails, posts, whatever, and tell it to learn your unique style. And just like that, it becomes your perfect writing partner.
And this is where it gets really cool. This is a real prompt you can use. Look how specific it is. You can tell it your tone, sarcastic, professional, excited, and the AI will generate content that genuinely feels like it came from you. It's like having your own personal ghostwriter on call 24/7. And that nightmare of drowning in data? Forget spending hours wrestling with pivot tables. You can literally just upload a data file, like a CSV or a JSON, and tell ChatGPT to be your mini data scientist. It'll analyze the whole thing, whip up a graph, and give you a summary in plain English. You get instant insights without any of the headache.
Okay, so we've got ideas, writing, and data analysis covered. That's huge. But what if we could put the whole thing on autopilot? Well, this next hack is maybe the most powerful of them all. This is where we build your own automated AI assistant. They call this the lazy workflow, and honestly, it is genius. Using a tool like Zapier to connect your apps, you can build incredible automations. Just imagine this. A really long, angry complaint email lands in your inbox. An automatic trigger immediately sends that email to ChatGPT, which summarizes it, suggests the solution, and then posts that summary directly into your team's Slack channel. All of this happens before you've even touched your mouse. And that quote just perfectly sums it up, doesn't it? You look like you're on top of everything, responding at lightning speed. But the truth is, your automated system is doing all the heavy lifting for you. You are working smarter, not harder, while your AI assistant sweats the details. The solution is already being discussed before you even knew there was a problem. So saving time and sanity is awesome. But let's talk about something else we all care about, money. Because these hacks don't just make you more productive, they have a serious financial payoff. We're talking about saving cold, hard cash every single month. Okay, let's actually look at the numbers. You can swap out that $30 a month writing assistant with persona cloning. You can ditch that $10 premium note-taking app for the AHAN notebook. But it goes way beyond that. You can create an AI language tutor to replace your Duolingo subscription, or, get this, an AI dungeon master for your games instead of paying for Roll20.
So, you start adding all this stuff up. Your writing tool, your note-taking app, data tools, language learning, the works. For a lot of people, the total monthly bill can easily get close to or even go over $200. And then, this is the punchline. You can replace pretty much all of that with a single ChatGPT Plus subscription for about $20 a month. The savings are just massive, and you're getting it all done in one powerful place.
And that, my friends, brings us full circle right back to where we started. It is time to stop letting that high-performance machine just sit there collecting dust in the garage. It's time to actually get behind the wheel.
So, let's wrap this up. What are the big takeaways here? First, stop just asking it simple questions. Start building things, your own mini tools, your own automated workflows. Clone your own voice so your content is authentic. And ditch all those expensive subscriptions for this one tool. The whole point is to shift from just passively using it to actively creating with it. So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. You have the keys now. You understand what this engine is actually capable of. The only question left is, where are you going to go? Thanks for joining me.